Hey everybody, I'm Justin with AmericanTrucks.com and welcome to this installment of Customer Builds. Now this is a video series where we feature different customers from our customer build or profile pages where you can see a complete breakdown of each modification along with a ton of cool photos. Now today we're chatting with AT customer David and his 2018 5-liter F150. David's got a super clean build going on, as you guys will see in a minute, and definitely balances a nice healthy mix of appearance, armor, and also performance. Now again, if you do want a complete breakdown of Dave's modifications, feel free to check out his customer build profile page, or feel free to click on the link below if you're watching this on YouTube. So, what do you say we meet David? All right, hey David, what's going on, man? How you doing today?
I am great, Justin. How are you?
I can't complain, sir. Well, thanks so much for talking to us today. We really appreciate it. Now, if you can, sir, briefly, just tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Oh, my name is David Patch, active duty military, U.S. Army, Sergeant First Class, stationed at Fort Benning in Georgia. I'm a truck and outdoor enthusiast.
That's awesome. Now, is this your first experience with a truck, or have you been a truck owner pretty much your whole life?
I have pretty much owned trucks or four-wheel drives of some sort my entire life, yes.
So this 2018, then, this is your latest baby, I guess you could say. How are you enjoying the truck so far?
I'm enjoying it very much. I've added a lot of extras because you want to make it look like, you know, it's yours, and that's the thing to do. So
that's
definitely
awesome. It looks like you've got a lot of stuff going on. So if you would, sir, just kind of walk us around the truck, talk about some of your modifications, and yeah, let's hear what you got.
I started out with adding a Barricade retractable bed cover because I've enjoyed that. Super strong, works out great for me in regards to covering the bed or if I want to add anything into the back and I need to slide it forward. So I like that feature. And then I also went with a lot of the matte black vinyl decals. I did the tailgate with the F150. I did the hood, down the rocker panels. So whatever, you know, I can do to make it look better in that aspect.
And I like your use of vinyl as well, because it's one thing when I ever talk about vinyl, either with builds or my product videos, it's such an, I would call it an easy way. I know it's some of it's a little challenging to get in place, but overall it's an easy way to totally transform the look of your truck. And I think that's one of the things that really, at first, drew me to your truck. It's because, you know, silver's a great color, don't get me wrong, but you know, you really added some customization through the hood decal, like the rocker stripe, and even the tailgate inserts. And like you said, it totally transformed it and separated it from other trucks on the road.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and the secret to putting that stuff on is a lot of soapy water.
There you go.
Really is.
And patience.
Yeah. I also added both Barricade's front and rear heavy duty or extreme bumpers. And I really like those because they've got the additional locations for adding, you know, auxiliary lights and so on, which I've pretty much filled all those holes, you know, so they're all there. Even in the back, I've added some additional backup lighting.
Because you also have a aftermarket grille on the truck, correct? Kind of the Raptor style grille on there?
Yes, I did add that. I like the lights, you know, at the top of it. It gives you that Raptor look. And you're seeing that more and more with every truck on the road now. Everybody wants that look. But yeah, the body lift, of course, that was on it when I purchased, but I wanted that look also. We get into the braking. I upgraded all my brakes, and then I went with the Power Stop Extreme Truck and Tow.
Yeah, the Z36 kit. How you liking that? Have you noticed a big upgrade or a feel and difference from stock?
Yeah, there's somewhat of a change there. There's definitely an upgrade.
That's awesome. Now, in talks about that brake kit with the Z36, I also noticed you had the Timbren, the rear suspension set up on that as well. Do you do a lot of towing with your truck?
I do have an RV that I tow, a travel trailer, and I also have a enclosed 12-foot dually trailer that I pull. Even with just that 5.0, I've added a few extra things to it to kind of give it a little extra kick. The amped throttle boost with the power switch I got from you guys, I've added that. That is a significant difference when you step on that accelerator and you've got those different settings. It's amazing.
I'm glad you brought that up because there's a lot of guys out there who are kind of on the fence about these throttle devices, and we've noticed a lot of people really love them, and then the people that don't really know much about them tend to kind of talk down on them. So you're saying it was a huge improvement just in your pedal feel alone?
Absolutely. And I haven't even seen any change in fuel economy. Nothing has gotten worse, that's for sure. It's maintained what it's been at, so I'm happy with that too. But yeah, I definitely have seen, depending on which setting you put it on, there is a major difference when you touch that accelerator pedal.
That's awesome. Now again, if you do want a complete breakdown of Dave's modifications, feel free to check out his customer build profile page, or feel free to click on the link below if you're watching this on YouTube. Now, keeping with the performance theme, it also looked like you had an intake and also a tune, correct, from the guys at ID Motorsports?
Yes, that is correct. I went with the ID Motorsports, the Rev X tuner, and I got a couple free tunes that came along when I purchased that. So I've got both of those. I did one at 87 octane, and I did another at 93. So I'm able to change those as needed.
They really wake up the 5-liter 10-speed trucks with a tune, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Now, one thing I do want to ask you, and then a question I get all the time, is that when you use a throttle device like you have and also a tune, you're using both at the same time and you have no issues whatsoever, correct?
Correct. I've had no issues at all. No maintenance issues on the vehicle, no codes, nothing of that nature. I've had this truck for about 16 months now, and I got about 39,000 miles on it already.
That's awesome.
And that stuff's been on there since about maybe 10,000 miles. So yeah, it's
working.
And the performance cold air intake.
Yeah, Spectre's cold air intake.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. That actually really sounds good when you step on the pedal. Because you get that, you get that sucking the air. You know it's there. You know it's working. So yeah.
And speaking of sounding good too, you sent us some exhaust clips as well. What exhaust setup do you have on that truck, David?
I think that's just it's a catback. It's something that came with the truck when I purchased it new.
Okay.
It sounds decent, and I've had plenty of compliments, so I'm happy with that also.
That's some good bark. Well, David, let's talk about future modifications, because you and I talked a little bit before this, and you had mentioned a big mod coming up, actually, that you're getting installed here soon, correct?
That is correct. I am going with the 6-inch zone suspension lift. That'll take place in the very, very near future.
I've had some experience with zone kits in the past. My previous truck had a zone 4-inch kit. We have a shop truck with a zone 6-inch kit. I think you'll be very happy. They ride great, and not only that, but it looks pretty darn cool too, right? That's the important thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, as far as tire size, you gonna pump up the tire size once you get the lift in place?
Yes, I will definitely be doing that. I'll probably go up to at least 35s.
Okay. I
think I'll stick with 35s. I don't want to go much higher because I'll probably lose a little fuel economy. But right now, gas prices are decent, so I'm okay with that.
Take advantage of it, right? Absolutely. I hear you. Now, as far as, in addition to the lift, any other modifications you see yourself doing down the road, Dave, with the F-150?
I want to do a Whipple supercharger.
Nice. Attaboy.
Yeah. That'll be hopefully within the next 6 months. I've watched a lot of videos. I'm pretty impressed with them, and it's something that looks very interesting to me. I think I'd enjoy it.
I think you'd enjoy it too, and if you had any question about fuel economy before, it's certainly there's certainly going to be none of it left. But you know what? It doesn't matter when you're leaving 2 black lines down the road, doing massive burnouts. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's the fun part. Well, that's awesome, David. Now, I always like to ask people a couple questions. The first of which, is there any one modification that you've done to your truck that you really think made the most impact?
As far as visually, I think the graphics. Yeah, adding the vinyl. Again, it set it out from all the other vehicles on the road that were just a Ford F-150.
That's awesome. It's one of the exceptions where you don't have to spend a ton of money in modding and you can get a very different look. Well, David, I can't thank you enough for helping us out today, man, and then talking with me. Beautiful truck, sir. And again, congrats on 21 years with the Army, Sergeant. And again, thank you for your service to this great country.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Sounds good. We'll talk to you soon, sir. Take care and be safe.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. All right, guys. Well, there you go. That was Sergeant First Class Dave and his 2018 F-150, which, again, certainly a super clean truck, and with the addition of that 6-inch lift, now just looks perfect in my humble opinion. Guys, if you want to see more of David's modifications, including more photos of his truck, feel free to check out his build profile page at AmericanTrucks.com, or if you're catching this on YouTube, simply click on the link below and maybe give you some inspiration for your own rig at home. In the meantime, I'm Justin. Thanks for watching. And remember, for all things F-150, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.